All right, believe it or not, we haven't qualified a green-black Delirium deck yet. Yep, hasn't happened yet. So now we're gonna give that a shot, because it's one of my favoriteest things, is some green-black Delirium. Make sure that we got chat back up. Looks like we do. All right. Quick look at the build, and then we'll get into games. The cards that it's about are gnarlwood dryad, which is a fine Delirium card. A little bit about deathcap cultivator. That's just a little bonus. Tireless tracker. Then we get the planeswalkers. We get a mindwrack demon, which is just, it's a nice boy. Kalitas, ishkanah, the real payoff and best Delirium card in Duels by far. And we get some more planeswalker action. And yeah, pretty straightforward. These games, it's mainly about keeping how many times can you cast ishkanah, how long can you keep kalitas on the battlefield, and how long can you keep a tireless tracker on the battlefield. If you can do those things a few times, you're in really good shape. All right, let's go kill something. We've qualified a green-black deck, but it was a Winding Constrictor aggro deck. So, Delirium's much more midi-rangey. Much more midi-rangey. Now, I've got some other decks that are Delirium-esque in that they also use the mechanic in Ishkanah. I've got a Sultai Merge deck. I also have a Jund mid-range and an Abzan mid-range that border on this type of deck, but none of them use the gnarlwood dryads or the mindwrack demon, so this is the pure Delirium deck, so to speak. Really, 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 really wishes that we had Grimflayer and some of those types of critters, and I guess we keep that. Hard to argue. I'll lead on a swamp, with the plan being to play 2 forests and a Nissa, but if we put the swamp down first, then we can pivot into a Grasp of Darkness plan. Is Vessel your only proper enabler? Vessel is the only proper enabler tech, if you look at it that way. The other method of enabling is just we have a whole bunch of different types. So we have, I think, 4 planeswalkers and 4 artifacts, and we have a mix of sorceries with some instants, and then the Vessel as an enchantment, it gets the job done. So we don't always hit Delirium perfectly quickly, but we don't have to. We don't have something like Grimflayer that really wants you to have Delirium by turn 3 or 4. So we're not in a rush. If Delirium takes a minute, it's usually okay. Uh-oh, the Dreadnought. Somebody brought their boat. That's cool. Alright, that is a turn 2 play I'd much rather make than the ballista. So, let's get right to it. I hit the button. I hit it again. What is happening? Oh, the lag is here. What do you think about the 1-drop green werewolf in a deck like this, or in any green deck? I think that the 1-drop green werewolf is... I guess if you're going to play some super stompy strategy, there you go. But I think most of the time you're giving something up by playing that card. I don't think a 2-1 is very good in the format, unless you're playing mono red aggro. I'm not a fan of that wolf. Sorry. It's been a long time since I played it at all in anything. This guy loves them. Liliana loves them. Those are the worst case scenarios. Now, I'm not opposed to playing like 3-1s for 2, but when it comes to 2-1s for 1, how often are you casting something on turn 1 is one problem of how many basic forests you have in your deck, and then it's like, what do you do afterwards? So, he's a fine little guy. If you want to play a green creature-focused beatdown deck, especially if you're going to play anything wolf tribal, he's an automatic. But in a mid-range deck, I can't see it. Just doesn't speak to me at all. So, do I want to attack into this? I think I do. If he wants to trade, then he's just further away from crewing this. And then I have to decide if I play Nissa, but I think I do, because if he crews this, it doesn't have trample. It can be blocked. Now, built to smash is a problem. I'll have to watch out for that. But yeah. I don't really want to trade though at all. So can I attack if I don't want to trade? I don't think he'll trade. He's the one who has the dreadnought that he needs to crew at some point. If he has, what is that card? Like aerial modification or siege modification, that's a problem. Still, I think I have to be assertive. The vehicle deck you do need to get your beat down on. You can't sit forever. Man, the lag. We are having another lagger here. I will have to keep that in mind. I can't run my clock too long. Because at this rate, I'm very concerned that I'm just going to time out. I mean, why are we having a syncing error? We didn't do anything. We didn't, like, nothing happened this turn and we're syncing? What the heck? And we're stuck syncing. Oh no. No, don't let this game end. This was going to be a good one. This one was going to be awesome. This was going to be a battle for the ages. Well, at least let somebody time out so I can watch the AI try to pilot a dreadnought. We have some great calls in chat. Don't Want Me Around predicts Siege Mod Fling. Nighthawk wants to add insult. I mean, that's all great. And time's up. And clock's running. What the heck? And now my opponent gets to block, but do I get to... I probably don't get to complete my turn. I mean, if I'm forced to skip a land drop here, I think I just leave. Because at that point, the game is soiled. Yeah, crap. So, I can't count this loss, but let's just see what happens here. I really can't count this loss, though. It's not on me. It's not on the deck. Alright, Hungry Flames coming down. I mean, I'll try to keep playing it, I guess, for a minute. But that was just absurd. The game basically forced me to time out. I missed my land drop, completely time walked me. Not cool. Not cool, game. I wonder if it's bug abuse. I don't know. Is there a way my opponent can do that to me? Do you guys know of a way that an opponent on Xbox can do that? I don't. I mean, now we're moving. Look, now everything's happening. Stuff's real. Is there another Hungry Flames? That could be a problem. I guess we'll try to play it. I mean, maybe we can still pull it off. But this one's got an asterisk, that's for sure. We're in a... The good news is we can only win from here. If we lose, wasn't our fault. If we win, it's still a W. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now maybe my opponent's going through that lag because it's taking them a long time to attack here. Okay. I'm trying to move I'm just gonna move super quickly if I can. I'm not gonna talk out my plays as much. I mean, I think the damage effects might have something to do with it. My opponent watching damage effects seems to hold it up. Damage! Turn off your damage effects, folks. Don't be rank 40 with damage effects on. It just kind of hurts the soul. Oh god, here we go. I'm trying to... Yep, here it goes. I'm trying to play a land, it won't let me. Okay. Trying to do that, won't let me. we go. Try to play you. It will let me. I guess I don't want him to use his mana, but I don't want him to get to use Avacyn either, so... And I don't want it to freeze up, so let's just do it. Alright, there we go. Whew! Yeah, I'm terrified of an aerial modification. I don't have the right answer for that in my hand. And that's a possibility. Not kidding. I don't have a never. I guess I'd have to draw one. I think I have Reclamation Sage aplenty too. I think Rec Sage is in here. That would do the job. Of course, I never draw them against vehicles. It's the curse. Curse of this deck. Ah, fragmentization. Brutal. Guys, don't use Liliana's Death's Majesty to reanimate a walking ballista. Only sadness will come of it. Yeah, I think my opponent is also struggling mightily with the same lag, so I don't think they're glitch exploiting me at all. I think this is all lagarino on the wire. This is Nighthawk Steam Showdown Round 1. Glitchy lagarino. I had to quit Duels on iOS for today due to lag. Hey, not just me. Maybe the whole system got a little buggy. Nighthawk has been triggered. I knew I'd get you. How do we get Lily to ultimate, though, if our opponent does manage to modify this thing? It'll just fly over and kill it. But we're lucky. So far, no modification. No modification. Gnarlwood is here. I think we want to play Liliana and tick it up. That's at least the obvious play to me. And we'll keep moving Nissa in that direction too, as the life gain and the cards would be awesome. Probably more so than the counters at this point. Unless we find Ishkanah to reanimate. Hello, I'm trying, everybody. I'm trying. I'm actually worried having two planeswalkers on the battlefield that, like, trying to use their activated abilities is going to time out the game. There we go. 4th time's a charm. And there goes a Rec Sage. Excellent. If I can... Oh, and kalitas, even better. Both are very good. So if I can find a way to get them back, we're good. Yeah, ballista is another terrible combo with in a lag storm. Not the boy you want with you. All you want in a lag storm is a bunch of gray ogres and grizzly bears. Man, all you want is some power toughness on a creature, and you attack, and that's it. You just want like 4 woodland wanderers. You don't want vehicles. Crewing takes forever. You don't want planeswalkers. Activating them takes forever. You just don't want anything cool. You don't want anything cool. Yep, opponent stuck in the lag spike as well. We're closing in though. We're in this game despite getting time walked on turn 2. Can you use the activated ability on Walking Ballista after it's revived by Lily? No, it will never exist. Like, it will never be in play with a window to do something like that, unfortunately. It will never have a window where it's in play with the ability live, unless you have like a Gideon emblem or a way to pump it. So, interesting thought, but no. No, no, and no. Okay, so opponent's gone. Opponent vamoosed. Okay then. Let's do stuff. Go get you. Play you. Play you. Let's get busy now. Now we can tick down. Now that we have an awesome board. And shock will target. Yep, fine. Not a problem. I can't believe it. Like, I guess I didn't have delirium, but that happens. Shock, not taking out the ballista. Gonna take out that 1/1 with death touch. Lag won this game, not CGB. I can only wonder, right, if the opponent, I can only wonder if the opponent was suffering as much as I was. It appears they were. So I wonder if it cost them anything as badly as it cost me on turn 2. Caught in the motherfucking brights. All right, well, we got a wrecked sage. We can just pop that off. But I don't want to give up Lily to do it, so I might have to wait a turn. And now the AI has decided it's time to pass the turn and welcome sweet death and all of its friends. See if we can pull the lethal. Think we can. But never want to jump to conclusions. Yep. Okay, that's over. And we managed to pull it off. So, a win from the jaws of frustration. Nighthawk says, whenever something weird happens in Magic, I just repeat, quote, layers, unquote, over and over, while nodding sagely. Maybe that's reference to a movie or show I don't watch. Or it's just how Nighthawk stays zen. I don't know. Hey, 28 viewers, cool. We're about 2 hours away from the Pro Tour, so that's a thing. Did this game count? Yeah. If we pull a win out off of that, yeah, that's gonna count. When we had that turn 2 shenaniganry. Layers equal stack. But 2 hours from Pro Tour, Hour of Devastation. I'll be watching. I'll also be teaching a class at the same time, so I will be distracted. Any of you night owls out there feeling brave, come along with me. We can wander through the forest and do so as we please. Come along with me. Teaching what? I teach students how to sell things on the internet and make money. That's what I teach. That's the other part of my life. And no, not singing. I need lessons in that. All right. Ugh. Rough hand. But all I have to do is draw one land and this hand is okay. So I will try. And I want to go get black with this. So I guess that's better than just playing that tapped. Night, Nathaniel. Thanks for coming out. Coming out to watch some Magic Duels. A game that time will soon have forgot. But we will never forget, will we? We are the loyalists. Today I found Peepee streaming Eternal, and I said hello, and he said hello back and said that he missed the community, and said I should try Eternal because it was free, and he made a tier 1 deck in like 3 days. And I said, that sounds interesting and like fun. But I really, really prefer to be miserable, sad, depressed, and forgotten, so I am sticking to MTG. And we'll see what Magic Digital Next has in store. Wow, did I just rip that. But to be fair, I think I play all 3. So that's okay. Draw is working out. Draw is working out. Yitz says time will forget us too. Oh, yeah, dude, you don't have to be all deep about it. Or you can, I don't mind. But we got a rank 40 on the line. See if we can keep this win streak going, which, by the way, win streak is at least 16 games. In fact, I think it's actually 20 games. I think we've won 20 in a row at this stage. Thalia in the house. We could play these, or we can grasp Thalia and attack through Thalia. So am I supposed to be attacking here or building up my board? I mean, I'm the mid-range deck. In theory, I'm not supposed to need to attack. So is playing things tapped really that bad, right? That's a question. At the same time, we don't have a blocker for her, and she is annoying. Yeah. It's rough, right? And if we dump all these, maybe sweeps the board? I don't know. I think I should wait at least a turn. I think I should wait at least a turn before trying to kill Thalia. See what my opponent decides to do. With the size of the pool of the Q4 quest for the best, how long will it take? Forever, because we've got nothing but time. We've got nothing but time. I'm really not concerned with how long it takes. I think this weekend I'm going to do some streams where I pull out the decks that are already qualified and see how far they run. And then we can start trimming the pool a little bit, right? If some things get eliminated, we can scale it back a tad. Double copter. Okay. You gonna attack me, bro? Didn't think so. Double copter. Evolving Wilds is freaking horrible here. Wonder if I'm just supposed to spike Liliana, make zombie, or if I'm supposed to hold up grasp. If I play Liliana, make a zombie, then I put my opponent in this place where they need to keep attacking me if possible. So I like that, because then it's more likely I'll get to grasp, because if I just sit here and do nothing, my opponent's almost certainly not going to attack with Smuggler's Copter. And I really want them to start attacking, because that's how I'll get it dead. So I'm going to play this. It also gets me on that Delirium train that I need to be on for these gnarlwoods. Alright, and builds my board. So all the right moves in all the right places. Now if my opponent has a way to get through and kill it this turn, I'll regret that, but it doesn't seem very likely. Lily make zombie doesn't sound that bad. Yep, I agree. Which will be for DVR Google cosplay? Or what? Google cosplay? I don't know what that means. I like cosplaying as Google. If you don't roleplay as Garuk, you can't cast green spells. Oh, we're talking about digital next probably, or something like that. Okay, my opponent plays their own Liliana and does not attack my Liliana. That's curious, isn't it? Isn't it? Yes. Nothing to get back just yet. So let's keep churning out the zombos. What'd we get? My own Liliana. So we're up to 3. We can have Delirium on command with Grasp of Darkness. Alright. So I could lose a zombie or a Wreck Sage here. But my opponent loses Lily. Yeah, that's fair. Now we'll get that thing out of the way. There's the pause, that's fine. So we're gonna throw away a something. It's gonna be a zombie or a Wreck Sage. And it should be a zombie if my opponent's feeling smart about it. But Lily's gonna die. You could also trade with the gnarlwood. I doubt that's gonna happen. Well, it's the Wreck Sage, which means now my opponent has to get rid of my Liliana, and if they don't, I get back that Wreck Sage and kill that copter. So that potential mistake. Also, I'm going to save this Evolving Wilds in case my opponent holds up a removal spell to use on Nissa in response to the 7th land trigger. And we'll see if I regret that or not. But it's interesting. Let's see what happens now. My opponent's black-white deck seems to be a lot of good black-white cards. And, you know, the vehicles. We got Scrapheap Scrounger. Now we got Glorybound Initiate. Something's about to get smuggling. I wonder if I'm supposed to pump fake the removal spell. But I did set my opponent up for this, to force them to be attacking me. It's just such a hard spot to attack me here. I mean, you take 9 if you tap your Glorybound and attack me here. At the same time, he could get back the Scrounger, which can activate the copter, and at least have a blocker, but no. Alright, here comes Copter, Copter, give him the news. Tactics. I'll just say Tactics is their name. Oh, discarding a Harvester. So my opponent's a little land constrained is the impression I'm getting. And they probably just found that. And here we go. So this turn is probably going to be Liliana, get back Rexage, kill Copter. Play Sylvan Advocate, and also flip Nissa. So let's attack first. Not really worried about leaving blockers back. If my opponent kills enough things to get to Lily, whatever. Alright, Nissa on the flips. I'll go ahead and sack this first before I fetch, or before I plus. In the deck so I can draw a land off the top for show. I think that's what I want. I don't think I want a 4/4 here. A sweeper gets my opponent back in the game just fine. It's like the only way I get in trouble. Yep, told you it would be a land. Alright, you come back, Mage. Destroy that thing. And now you can come out. And let's see what the opponent's got. What have you got? Fatal Push. Interesting. Really held on to that one. Also, didn't get back Scrounger. I wonder what they plan for this turn. Essence Extraction. Well, okay, now you can attack something. You're still going to take 7. You don't put a blocker out there. And which one do you want? I got 2. They're ready. Yeah. Gonna go the exert route. Yonder, apart from Thalia, the deck looks like my tournament deck. Yeah, I agree, man. That's what I was just thinking, that it seems to have that life gain component to it. Oh, right on time, Grasp. Right on time. Right. Swing, swing. Not what I meant to do. Not what I meant to do. I was trying to activate this. This is one thing I did really like about my brief time with the PC is that it had a mouse. It was amazing how much I liked that mouse. Like, getting to use my mouse to select what to play was really good. Controller, so easy to slip. So easy to mess up. Alright, I don't want to grass that thing unless I have to. I'd much rather block it with a Zombo. Opponent can get in this game, though, if they can get Liliana off the field. I could flood out from here, could be bad. And we haven't had one of those cards I talked about in the intro for this game. We haven't had a tireless tracker, and we haven't had kalitas or ishkanah. Ooh. Well, see ya, Lily. You dead. It's a tough choice, though, of what to do with that Sorin. Going up? Ooh, that's just gonna die. And you're just gonna throw your Sorin away for an Aether Hub, bro. Nah, I don't agree. I do not agree. Yep, snap block. I just get another zombie next turn. And I have enough. I have 7 to deal to Sorin. Otherwise, I may have considered doing something different. And now we're just ripping removal. Life is beautiful. Alright, anything? Copter went away, vessel went away. My opponent knows about the grasp. They don't know about the push. But push is better used on a glory bound, so this is going to be tough. I'm guessing they have more planeswalkers. Maybe there's still an Ob or their own Mad Liliana in the hand. There's the Aether Hub we saw. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh, exerted. Alright, we'll just push that away. Not down-ticking with Sorin seems so greedy. I agree, Nighthawk. There must be something they're trying to draw to, which makes me think that perhaps this deck is running sweepers. That's the only thing I can think of with that tick up. There must be something that they think, if I get to that, I win. And most decks, if they're mid-rangey without sweepers, without a control element, then, I mean, that is their, like, Planeswalkers are their end game. That is their big play. So it doesn't make sense to me right now. Alright, we have 9. Is there a way to get one more out of this graveyard somehow? Not right now. Alright. Send them. Another Zombo. I thought about getting back Nissa, because then I would also get a clue for Tireless Tracker. I'm just going to hold Tireless Tracker back, because they must be trying to draw into something. However, drawing this, that's pretty cool. So I could make another zombie. That's a fine use of my time and my mana. Few Planeswalkers. I mean, it's very unlikely they run Delirium, and I can't take them off it with anything here. What could they get back? There's just like not much, so I don't think it matters what I exile. So I'll be spiteful and go after Sorin. We got more suggestions of Hour of Devastation. Y'all crazy. Avocado, are they still doing tournaments? Surely if they have sweepers, they want the Lily off the board, though? Yeah, I think so, too. I mean, it's weird. I can't imagine what my opponent was going for this game with that Sorin move. It doesn't make sense. But that happens, right? Sometimes opponents don't make sense. All right, they're rank 40. We don't need to hold back. We can go for the W. What do you got? Any surprises? Holy day. Nope. Okay. Hard-earned second victory as Delirium's running into much sterner competition than many decks before it. Gem is running some low-profile tournament on Discord. Okay. Well, good for him. I thought he was doing Magic Online now. I'm sure he's just doing both. But I believe we're at 22 in a row across 5 different decks. I think that's where we stand. Running hot, right? Running hot today. Running hot. Hey, that lag was sterner competition. That is true. I mean, the Dreadnought game plan never really panned out, but that lag was tough competition, yo. It's tougher than a Suntail Hawk. Let me put it that way. Tougher than a Suntail Hawk. I was way more likely to lose to not being able to play lands or spells than I've been likely to lose to any of the weird vampire builds I've run into. All right, let's dance. We're on the play. And this hand is slow but fine. A lot of Delirium hands are. It's really lopsided as we have 3 out of the 4 artifacts in our deck, which makes Delirium harder, but at least they're good artifacts. So, go get a black or a green. I guess a black in case of grass. Green. Green because we have the vessel. I was going to say black in case we draw grasp, but what would I grasp on? What would I just have to grasp that's a turn 1 play? Not a Suntail Hawk, don't say it. Not a Bellowing Lizard either. There's a Hinterland Harbor. We can deploy Copter. Kalitas has shown up to the party. That's nice. Starting to wonder if he'd be hanging out today. Second land. Whoa. I don't know if I've ever played against this card. Okay. That's something. Alright. Just doing this. Let's just beat him up. Hey, Neon. Yeah, Boros took some opponents to the woodshed. I mean, it just flew through people. That's interesting. Because if we want to, we can kill that swooper, but I just don't care very much. I do want to keep it around, though. I think, actually, the vessel is something I don't need or have a lot of time to crack with the way this hand is, and with what my opponent's done so far, which is actually get on the board. I know, they upgraded the Mist Intruder. Power creep. Alright, we'll go set up our black mana. And see what happens next. Mostly Entropy, hello. Welcome. Where's that Child of Night? I don't know, Neon. People been on Terte. What? We have a concession. I have not earned it. I have not earned it. But we're going to at least give it a shot. I mean, come on, dude. My opponent has sleeves. What the heck's going on here? We could run into a sensor. I'm just going to run into a sensor if that's the case. Plenty of ways to get Kalitas back. And we'll throw you over the top rope. Royal Rumble style. Get up there in the air. Probably just discarding what we draw. That'll do. The AI takes it on the chin, and we are well ahead at this point. My opponent appears to have given up because their hand is not very good or full of lands. The AI decides that a 1/2 flyer is enough and does not spend energy on making tokens. And there's a discard, so they got Jace in the deck. Let's just get you down. Does the opponent have anything this time? Yep, don't need vessels. Got plenty going on, don't need to spend time or mana on the vessel. And we'll just hold these up, because they make zombies. Ah, we have red mana. We're some kind of a teamer energy deck. Maybe somebody's porting over from standard and saying, where them glory bringers at? How come I don't get 4 Chandras? Or especially in their scenario, where's a tune with Aether when you need it? And we've got Appetite for the Unnatural. Well, I can't stop him. I mean, wait, hold on. If he takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, okay. Well, I guess I can do 9 anyway. Yeah, I can do 9 anyway. Alright, I was going to activate my copter and blow it up with a fatal push so that my opponent didn't gain the life, but we should have lethal anywho. Because we got the ballistas. Where's the Delirium? There aren't that many good Delirium cards, so we don't always have it. Land, enchantment, artifact, instant. We do have Delirium for what it's worth. We just didn't need it. The gnarlwood dryads aren't here. Neither is the deathcap cultivator. And neither is the mindwrack demon. And ishkanah, we haven't played an ishkanah in 3 games, and we've still won all 3. I did try this deck with Diabolic Tutor. Play Inexorable Blob. You can't bully me into playing bad cards. You should know this by now, Nighthawk. You can't bully me into bad cards. Oh my lord. There was a time when I played that blob, but that time is gone. There's nothing not sweet about the blob. I'm not saying it's not sweet. I'm saying it's not good. There's a difference. The closest thing to a trained Armadon that I play in this format is Dipala. That's kind of the bar. Blob ain't no Dipala. Alright, so we get the green, then we play this and we have the Fatal Push, and then we crack this and maybe we have Delirium and have our next land. It's slow, but if my opponent is playing anything to do with artifacts or enchantments, I'm good. And I bet they're playing Tutelage. Come on, Tutelage. Come on, Tutelage. Grixis Tutelage. Oh, Lord. 2 of them, huh? Brutal. Moment of truth. What is my opponent doing? And do Rex Sages help? Uh-oh, looks vampiric. Oh, that's a renegade map. I'm not going to get a chance to hit that, though. Darn it. Okay. Okay. Keep calm. Keep it together. There, we drew that. I don't see anything to Fatal Push, so I think what I want to do is just drop both dryads, and next turn perhaps I can go Delirious and attack for 6. So let's try it. Lord Rock, that's what we do every day on Xbox. There's no matchmaking on Xbox, so we don't really have a choice. We do a happy dance if we ever get paired against a rank 40. Ever. We just get it really excited and do our best in those games, and the rest of the time we accept that it's us versus the Child of Night, Suntail Hawk, Fog decks. What it is. And here is a Spark Mage's game. What? No. This is the kind of stuff that only happens when you play against 3 ranks. So, bam. There you go. There you go. That's why this meta is a lot harder than you think it is. Oh, man. Alright, we'll go Vessel time. And we'll try to set up, maybe we can find an Evolving Wilds to go with this tracker next turn. Dig ourselves back into the game. Opponent's not cracking that map. I mean, yeah, you're right, it wasn't even a Twin Bolt. This opponent said Spark Mage's Gambit is the card I need. By the way, have no mercy on a 3 rank with Nicol Bolas Premium Sleeves. I mean, come on, man, where are your priorities? Crack some packs. It is Grixis. Show me that tutelage. Show me the tutelage. It is... Oh, that's not tutelage. Shit. Alright, well, I can't crack the Vessel now. I gotta make sure Kalitas dies. Alright. Let's get that thing off the board before my opponent even gets to untap. What do I want? I think I want my own Kalitas. Yeah, I definitely want my own Kalitas. Now you get pushed, homie. Get off my lawn. And we are set. All right. What else does this deck have? Getting Kalitas is such a BM. Why? Because I killed his? Is that what you're saying? That's pretty funny, though. Come on, give me something to kill. Give me something to kill. Give me that... Oh, son of a... Jeebus. Really? Really? Well, hey, this is a rank 3 with some... got some stuff. I mean, I think we're playing, like, weirdo Grixis control. Like, starter deck Grixis control is what I'm up against. Alright. Well, I guess I play the tracker, draw a card, and hope to draw into some never returns or something. The other thing I could do is play Kalitas. He either ticks down or has a murder to kill it. And then I'm not much better off. At least this gets me on the right road. So let's go for it. I'm going to plus it now in case he has a shock, something like that. I do want him to have to use his ob tick down, if that's what happens. Oh, man. The big enemy of the green-black decks is historically Planeswalkers. This deck has things in it, like we have Never to Return, but I just can't draw that card for the life of me today. Really need to pull that one off. Going up. Must have another kill spell. Okay. And we got a fox. Well, at least I have something to kill here. We got Ob on 7. This is gonna get rough. It's gonna get really rough. Draw. Okay, that's something. That's a hard card to deal with. So, land for turn. Thought about holding it, but we need the resources. Copter for turn. Rexage. And okay, let's see what happens. We have it called Zarvolt says Chandra's coming down next turn. Yeah, that'd be an extra kick in the balls. There's no question. But I think the odds of us getting to this Ob are getting a lot better. We have the Quagmire. We have another creature to crew our copter. Ob is on ultimate, so we have to do it this turn. We've got to get to Ob. Let's see what our opponent has to prevent that. Dark Intimations? Another Spark Mage's Gambit. Well, that's something. What else we got? Another Filigree Familiar, perhaps? That would be great. Bring that on. Okay, well, that's something I can blow up. I am not complaining about that. I hope I draw a land, though, so I can attack with Quagmire and Copter. Okay, another Copter. Well, alright. So now it's Fatal Push or Bust. There's no way around that. Fatal Push or Bust. If my opponent has Fatal Push, I will not win. I will get Ob ultimated most likely and die a slow death. That or Kalitas will go unopposed. I guess it's not over. So let's see what we can do. Will there be a Fatal Push? At least our Rex Sages got to work. Starting to worry they weren't going to. Vessel? What's Vessel better than? Vessel might help us find Ishkanah. Is that better than another Copter? I think so. If this one's not going to die right now, the other one, then it might be around a few turns. And I'd rather do something with my mana. That's so tough, though. But yeah, I'm going to keep the Vessel. I need to find something of high impact. Alright, Ob. Looks like you get to draw cards for a while longer, much to my chagrin. I will crack it now on the chance that I only hit lands, so I can play a land if I hit it. Not miss my land drop for the turn. Well, shouldn't have said anything. That sucks. I guess I could hold it. Maybe I loot it. No, because if I draw another land, I want to be able to play Kalitas and attack with Quagmire and Copter next turn, so we play it. Vessel of Nonsense, but at least those 4 cards are no longer on top of my deck, right? That's the good news. What else you have in that bag of tricks over there? Untethered Express, Filigree Familiar, Spark Mage's Gambit, probably a 4 of. Oh, there's Dark Intimations. We found it. We found it. Perfect timing. Okay. Okay. And they get Kalitas back. Okay. And we draw. We drew something. Guess we can get back our own Kalitas? Or we can just tick her up. Tireless Tracker. Walking Ballista? Any creature we get back and put out is just gonna die. If I get back a Walking Ballista, I can knock that down to 3. He ticks down, it dies that way. I guess that's true. You can't really... I mean, unless he has something lined up for this Copter, that's part of the problem, right? Oh, man. Oh, man. What am I doing with my life? What gets me back in this game? Something that generates value. Tireless Tracker would work. But we don't have the land. Alright, I gotta move. And we didn't hit Ishkanah. Alright. See if we got murder. And yeah, we'll loot. Might be something in the graveyard we could use later, though that's not quite it. Alright. Okay. Well, he didn't do anything, so we know Kalitas is coming. The question is, should I pitch my ballista in response to Kalitas showing up? To avoid the zombie? I don't think so. I don't think that's a winner's play. I think I just have to keep it and hope that my opponent doesn't have a way to just kill it. That is rough, though. Nighthawk says eventually they'll kill themselves with Ob. True story. Oh, that Dark Intimations. There's Kalitas. It might be too ambitious to try to keep this ballista, but I feel like I have to try. Okay, Treasure Keeper. Ballista's not dead yet. Ob is at 4. Can we kill it? Tireless Tracker. Is that good enough? They already played a Yahenni's Expertise, I believe. Alright, come on now. Copter, get there. Get this thing off the darn board. If he doesn't have a kill spell now, then he just hasn't drawn any. Just hasn't been there. And if that's the case, we still have a chance. Alright. There's just nothing going on that can kill anything. We've got a chance. Get that thing out of here. Alright. Plus, I I guess this for the lifelink makes sense. Stop the lifelink. And okay. Let's see what happens. What are you? Card draw? Yep. Why not? More card advantage. How many cards can my opponent get up without winning? That's the competition right now. We have the Quagmire. It is our sandbag blocker. Opponent's in the tank. I would sack this in a heartbeat and see what I can draw. There we go. Maybe he was just having trouble highlighting it. That happens. Alright, card. Card. What did you find? Anything good? Radiant Flames! No! How much? X is 3. And loses Treasure Keeper. Okay. So what I want... Oh my gosh, he's gonna lose his kalitas. So what I definitely want here... Alright. I want my creatures to die before the Radiant Flames resolves, so his zombies die. So if I set off my ballista to kill my tireless tracker, he gets 2 zombies, but then they die in the Radiant Flames, and so does his kalitas. Now, if he had a way to, like, unsubstantiate or counter... Oh, he can sack it to kalitas. Oh, maybe that was a mistake. I don't know. They were gonna die anyway, right? So either he has a kalitas or 2 zombies? Oh, I don't know. That's tough. That's pretty tough. He gets a renegade map off his keeper. And he got to keep kalitas. That sucks. Oh, well. Let's see, could I have played around that in any other way? I could have let kalitas die. But then he has 2 zombies. I guess I'd rather that happen. So that was a mistake after all that. Yep. That backfired. Bad play. Bad play. Got excited. Bad play. Alright. Still in the game, though. Whatever's in my opponent's hand can't be that great. And... I guess we just keep trying to get closer to Ishkanah. That's too bad. I thought I had a nice trick there and I forgot. Silly. I've never been in that situation in all the games of Magic I've played. We got a Nissa. Do we want to just put out Nissa? I think we have to keep Nissa. Ooh. Flipped over a Nevertree turn. I can make a zombie. We can exile... We should exile the Planeswalker in case of another Dark Intimations. Okay. So we're still at 20. We can take some bumps here. While we find our Ishkanah. Down to like 20 cards in our deck. So I think I'll take this loot while I can, as we may find something better than the Voice of Zendikar. And do I want to keep a cultivator instead? I don't think so. It's just a dork with Delirium. I mean, it has Death Touch, but I've got a Quagmire for that. So we'll toss that. Alright. The battle rages on. Although usually if one player can keep kalitas on the field, they're much favored. It's just the way of the world. I wonder what else is in that hand, too. It can't be the most effective hand. Not from the way that things have gone. I'd be out of this game otherwise. Tezzeret. Yeah, okay. Doesn't really do much. If my opponent attacks, it Just dies. What else? Trophy Mage. I wonder how long that's been sandbagged. Chief of the Foundry. Okay. I'm so weirded out. Another implement to draw more cards. Okay. Yeah. It's all good. Everything is good right now. Bringing it. Okay. It's all kind of bizarre. Roachman wants me to quit the game. Come on now. I'm battling. There's a never. Okay. Okay. I mean, I can kill Tezzeret now and kill this later. It doesn't do anything. Or, I don't know. It feels like Kalitas has to die. But, I mean, really, this doesn't do anything. But if he plays like 2 more artifacts, I guess he can take it down for value. I think, okay. Yeah, Kalitas has to die, and we'll just punch that thing. So if that's going to happen anyway, we should attack first. That can go. Keep that dude low. Alright, so play you. Make a plant. Yay. Kill this thing. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Cross my fingers. Opponent's got a full grip. I mean, it's ridiculous that we're hanging in there. I mean, we've been playing off the top of our deck for I think 10 turns. So we're just hanging. And opponent's making some artifact dorks. They've got a Chief of the Foundry in their hand, and who knows what else. I just don't know what's in this deck. It's a real hodgepodge. There might be a battle of the bridge coming. They obviously like sweepers. Radiant Flames. I mean, there's a card. That's actually going to be a real pain in the butt with Ethereum cells hanging out. And another Trophy Mage. What else you got in there? Scrap Trawler. The beats go on. My lord. Alright, we're going to have to really get in the shell. So what can Scrap Trawler even get out of his graveyard? Renegade map? I guess exiling that doesn't seem like a good use of my time. But I guess it's better than something else. Alright, Preserve Nissa, as her drawing me 7 cards is one of the ways I can try to stay in the game. Ouch. Alright. So I think I'll just try to kill Kalitas here. And I think Nissa's gonna die. And that's life. But a 3rd toughness might really matter. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 4? No. Loot it. So not on Quags then. Alright. I think rather than worry about value from Renegade map, I'm just gonna get this and keep this from ever coming back. There hasn't been instant speed removal all freaking game, so just gonna power this up too. See if we can get you gone. Do I have time to look and see if I have any basic lands left in the deck? I think I do. Still. I think I'm going to discard this and hope to draw... No, I don't have any trackers left, so I'll discard this. Down goes another Planeswalker. And just gonna hold. Maybe we'll get a chance to loot it away next turn. See how bad my opponent wants to kill Nissa here. Languish, huh? Okay. They languish away their own board, including the indestructible for multiple turn critter. And they play Chandra. Yeah, another Planeswalker. Okie dokie. Oh, good stuff. Yeah, the Syndicate Trafficker. I would not have languished away my Syndicate Trafficker at all. I would have given it indestructible and let Chandra sweep the board. So, yeah. Oh, we're seeing it all today, everybody. We're seeing it all. I think my opponent just loves the idea of an empty board. An empty board for them and their Planeswalker. Because this deck is obviously torn in a few directions. My opponent's deck, that is. Come on, creature. You're not a creature. Alright. Creature would have gotten rid of that damn Chandra. But not yet. Let's loot away this extra land. Take Chandra to 1. At least handicaps what she can do. There we are. There's my lady. We just have to live. Just have to frickin' live. Cut to ribbons, please no. Alright, we're gonna have a tough call here when he pluses Chandra of whether or not to kill a token. Card is Trophy Mage. We know that there's a Chief of the Foundry in hand. That is... And there's no more 3-drop artifacts. Okay, here comes Chief of the Foundry. Yep. Down to 1 card. Chandra's going up. I think I have to save this grasp. We'll see. We'll see if that's a miscalculation. I have been thinking about it. Deathcap Cultivator. Pretty good, but might get looted away here. Alright, Ishkanah. I've been waiting all game. It's time for you to do your part. My lady, please, help me. Help me. I need it. Nighthawk would like to say that this match lasted longer than the entire Valor video, and I don't think you're wrong. By the way, Smuggler's Copter has been just a champ in this game as well. Just a champ. Alright, I'm going to hold up Grasp of Darkness. I'm just concerned about some hasty threat. Crop Crasher, something ridiculous like that. So, going to hold it. And let's see what we can do from 6 life. Opponents hitting their land drops. But they finally seem to have run out of the gas. There's also that Spark Mage's Gambit. We can't forget about that. They may well run them all. Oh, he's coming in. He's coming in hot. All right, you're there. You're there. You're there. Invigorated Rampage? Not yet. Languish. Sure. All the sweepers and all the creatures. That's my opponent's deck. All the creatures and all the sweepers. All right. Guess better to have you up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Guess I'm gonna blow the. I guess this takes away his revolt. There might be a cause. And it makes him thin his deck. Makes him more likely to get decked. Yes. Maybe that's just a bad play. But I thought it was silly. I wanted to see if my opponent had any basic lands left because I couldn't fathom why they're hanging on to it. But let's assume they hung on to it for a reason. Yeah. I know, Ethereum Cell can do revolt too. So that was a really silly reason, but something in my head just said he must be hanging on to this map for a reason. Maybe for his Herald of Anguish. God, that would be anguishing. I would be very anguished by a Herald right now. There's the swamp. What's the top deck? Dark Intimations. Yep. Nothing to be done. Nothing to be done. You're gone. You're gone. Chandra comes back. I have to chump. If I draw a creature, I can kill Chandra. Nice top deck. Nice top deck. Nice draw. All right. Now it's time for our turn. Our turn. Here it is. Come on, hit me. Hit me. Ooh. Both never returns are gone, so I need a way to produce blockers. And I think they're all gone. I need 2 blockers for the job. Don't see it. But hope springs eternal. There were 2 draws there where if I had drawn the land, if I had drawn a creature, I'd have been great, and I drew a land. Just kind of hurts. Well, there you go. Bittersweet. But good job to our opponent. That was a game. I do honestly feel like they had the good cards and I had the rough cards. I felt like there were also a lot of questionable plays. Like some really bad stuff on both our parts. So that was a cluster, but I will take that defeat. But we tried. I probably could have played that better. I'm sure there were things I did wrong. Shouldn't have been surprised by a second Dark Intimations, for example. Was there a way somewhere in there I could have been holding a land or a card I didn't need? That's the question. Then again, if I could draw Dark Intimations in all the right places, I'd have been fine in that game as well. That's the breaks. You don't win them all. Sometimes you lose to Spark Mage's Gambit. Roachman wants me to tell me that the Kalitas play was the biggest punt. Well, thank you. In the end, it cost me... In the end, it only cost me 5... It cost 10 life total. 5 life from me and 5 from him. In the end. So I don't know if that was the worst. I think there might have been I think there might have been a strategic decision in there somewhere that was worse than that. I'm not sure exactly what it was. He certainly had a huge edge in cards. I was surprised I was in that game as long as I was, considering the amount of cards my opponent drew. But their removal honestly wasn't very good. Or else Copter wouldn't have been out the entire game, which it was. I feel silly because we basically had a smugglers copter on the battlefield the entire game and didn't win. And I had to get through 4 planeswalkers, I think. Yeah, that's fun. 4 planeswalkers and 2 kalitas. That's work. All right, seeing some red-green energy. Let's hope we get to keep our gnarlwood. Let's hope this is a good wall for us, as we're pretty mana heavy. And it's going to be a charioteer. All right. Well, yeah, here comes the attack. I'm happy to make that trade. Still gets 2 energy because of trample, but we're not going to let it grow. How many lands can a guy draw? Threaten our hissing quagmire block, but I don't plan to use it. Shh, don't tell him. Roachman says, tip of my hat to you for making that such an awesome game. Well, glad you enjoyed it. But we do need to win out now. Can't lose no more. Losing all done. So that, yep, gets the 3-4. That's a problem. So we're way behind on the board. So I guess we're playing Planeswalker Fog a little bit. What's the right way to do this? If we have this out next turn, it's pretty good. So who do we want to die is the question. Who wants to die? I guess I have to pick you. And the thing is, I could draw a card and let it die, but I'd rather take a card off of my opponent's board. And I think I'll let him keep Charioteers. I mean, Trample's not great against me. I don't know, this is kind of tough. But I guess a Kalitas blanks both of these if we draw it, so we'll take out the little guy. But next turn, hopefully we can play Advocate and have Quagmire up, and that will make us a pretty good board. Ghost Hunter Gal says, I think it's over. I don't think it's over. I think we're a little behind. And our opponent without a follow-up there. That's happy news. Too many lands, though. Where did all the lands come from all of a sudden? That's my concern. All right, Advocate. Let's do this. Two energy now that the Aether Hub's in play. Harness Lightning gets there. Let's hope not. Okay, so this is rough, right? Because if I animate my quagmire, I guess what I should do is animate my quagmire and block with it, and then if he does kill this, he still loses a charioteer. But what I have to be careful of is him killing the quagmire, and then I can't block with the advocate, because it becomes a 2-3. Turns into a bad trade. So we're just going to block like this. Because either way now, one of his charioteers dies. Blossoming Defense won't save it. We'll lose our quagmire, but it's okay. So we kind of played around his pump spells. No, I don't have a grapple or pulse in the deck. Alright, still alive. Let's get the land back on the battlefield, but Jesus Christ, can we stop drawing the lands now? I've seen enough. Alright, get in there. Alright, let's play Death's Majesty and tick it up. I think that's better than getting back a gnarlwood here. I guess closer to some Delirium. And we hit return, so we get a little graveyard value. There's a Johnny. That's, well, we'll gain life. Let's see what happens here. Okay, you did it. A Johnny out of the red-green aggro deck. And he's going to give up a Johnny to get rid of the advocate, and it doesn't even... We'll see if he has a pump spell, but it doesn't get rid of Lily. I mean, I'm certainly shocked by this. This is not what I expected to happen. Okay, so... Vessel. Delirium very much intact. Yeah, fog is... Yeah, but we have to go for it. We can't sit back against a Johnny. We have to try to kill it. Last card out of the hand, what is it? Alright, well, we're alive. Let's crack this vessel. I think that's better than making the zombie from the grave and exiling here. We might hit something we can... If we hit an ishkanah or a kalitas, I'm definitely going to be thinking about reanimating it. Although kalitas we can just cast. There's ishkanah. Okay. Get you back. Who said this is over? Who said it's over? Alright, Smuggler's Copter can help loot away these lands and make our hand better. And I'm feeling a lot better right now. How are you feeling? Oh, staying aggro. If he wants to get Ishkanah herself off the board, that is perfectly fine with me. Here. What do you got? Can you give him Death Touch? Pump it to the moon. Nope. Heaven. Okay. I guess you're not gonna kill the copter that way. He's gonna just sweep the ground, but it's okay. I can get the zombie back, and then I can put my smuggler's copter to work. But yeah, Earth. There you go. Brought the Earth. That's okay. I'll get her back later. I have ways to do it. I just have to find them and stop drawing forest. Basic forest is apparently my adversary. I'm trying to think in those colors what's likely to matter, and I really can't. I'm just going to take you, because I'm just tilted that it's in the deck. Making us work for it. It's okay. Sometimes we should work for it. Right. That's a card. That is not land, so how unhappy could I possibly be about that? Not very. All right, let's go. I'm just waiting to see if this deck also runs Nahiri, Gideon, Archangel Avacyn. We have a concession. We have a concession. I haven't earned it. I haven't earned it. This game's been so swingy. I have to zero this guy. I have to take him. I gotta run his life down. But he's scooping. Meow. I'm gonna grab another vessel. Another never in the yard so we can make more zombies. Oh, there's somebody who's been absent all day. Where the hell have you been, demon man? All right, get that 5 in there, play the vessel. Just gonna crack now. Because again, could be one of those all land situations, but it's not. We got a ballista. Yes, we do. That's what I'm talking about. Somebody else who, he's shown up, but he hasn't tilted games like ballista is capable of. The AI is just kicking the turnover. Ballista should wrap this up. Of course, there is the fog potential. Get ready. Get ready for that fog button. Okay, got there. Got there. Double charioteer did not steal it. We were down 3 creatures to none. And we came back. Obnixilis took one for the team. Just got trampled to death. But the Sylvan Advocate came, tipped the scales in our favor. And I think probably one of the better plays was the Hissing Quagmire, so that our opponent's Ajani, instead of ticking up, had to tick down and take care of that Advocate. I think that was a pretty good read on the pump spell situation. And they still use their blossoming defense, which I don't understand, but what can you do? Roachman would like it said that planeswalkers are good. That is generally true. I have learned not to be too big of a fan of Ajani, though. Dude just doesn't do it for me. I've plussed him too many times and had nothing for it. Yep, this is it. This is the money game. Win or go home. Or win and go home, but return later. So, yep, this is the money game. I'm gonna go for the quick Trader of Get this game rather than the copter. Just on the hope we're against some creature-centric deck that doesn't pack a lot of removal. It is green and white. Lone Rider, bring it. I'll push you fatally. And we'll see if they have removal up their sleeve. I'm ready to gain some life. Are you ready to gain some life? Have to watch out for some Blessed Alliance shenaniganry. And the card is a Bygone Bishop. Excellent. Excellent. Good, yes, good. Oh my. Oh my. Don't. Oh, say it ain't so. Oh, Oh, oh Lord. What the? Okay, okay. I guess I should just see if he wants to be a fool and block. It's nice to see this plan come together. All right, you die. We'll just do this before he can even untap. You die. Copter. Your move. I hope my opponent wasn't only relying on superior board position to win. I mean, he could play a Gideon right now and things wouldn't get better. Tireless tracker is something. It's not nothing. But right now, everything can attack through it. So he's going to take a ton of damage. Oh, no. I guess we should at least consider a blossoming defense. All right. And we'll try to blow that out should that be the case. Any blocks? No blocks. Well, that tells me no blossoming defense. Go ahead. My plan is on the battlefield. Will it be planar outburst? Will it be tragic arrogance? It will be angelic purge. Okay, it's a thing. Not enough of the thing yet, though. Perhaps we have a blessed alliance, some kind of life gain to stay alive. That looks like it will do it, guys. I think we survived. I think we survived the evening shenanigans, and we're going to move on to 5-1. But our opponent can have the gold. They are rank 20 something. They might still have things to unlock, so they can have the gold. They definitely got run over by a sweet draw, so kudos for them for staying in there. And qualified, yeah, green-black Delirium fights out of a hole and a ridiculous Grixis game to get qualified for Quest for the Best. And we are now about 40 minutes off of Pro Tour Hour of Devastation. I believe that's when the broadcast starts, about 8 p.m. So I'm going to jump off here, but I will be around. You can stay right here on the channel if you want to watch some out of that, hang out, chat. And then about an hour after the Pro Tour starts, I have to host a Q&A call, so I will be a little unavailable, but I'll still be there. If you guys want to hang out as a community and enjoy the Pro Tour and the footage, go get your snacks, go get your drinks, stretch your legs, take a walk outside, and 40 minutes from now, I think I'll see you right here in this channel. So it's been fun. See you in a few. Bye-bye.